Hi, friends. Welcome back to the Hour of Power. Spring into reading is our new theme. And I want to take a look at the word spring. Do you see that? Spring. Spring. Spring actually has two meanings. One of the meanings is that it's a time of the year. Right now, we are in the spring. In Spanish, we say primavera is the season of spring. So it's a season of the year. But it can also mean, so I drew a little picture here. So this kind of is what spring looks like outside. It's both sunny, but it rains a lot. We have new grass that grows and baby birds and frogs and new baby, all kinds of animals that come out in the spring that are born in the spring. But it can also mean this. A spring is a wire that's curled around like this, and it can go boing, boing, boing. So that's another meaning of spring. And actually, spring can also be a verb and an action word. You can spring when you jump up. So the word spring has a lot of different meanings, 3 different meanings that we just talked about. There are some other words that I wanted to talk to you about that have multiple meanings that are kind of fun to think about. And then I think it would be fun for you to try to think of some words that mean more than one thing too. When words mean the same word means more than one thing, it's called a homonym. That's what it's called in the English language, homonyms. So we're going to share some more multiple meaning or homonym words. The first word that I have is bolt. Have you ever heard of the word bolt? A bolt is kind of like a screw that you tighten down, and you can find bolts sometimes in furniture or in cars or in building things. You use a bolt and then you use a nut, which is another piece, and you screw that on. That's one meaning of bolt. Another meaning of bolt is a verb or an action word. I can bolt out of the classroom, which means to leave really fast. Okay? How about the word left? Okay? The word left is also a homonym. I can talk about left with my left hand makes an L. So this is my left hand and this is my right hand. That's one meaning of left. Also, I left the room. Just like I bolted, only maybe not quite so fast. It means to leave or to go out of someplace means left. So that's 2 meanings for the word left. Let's try a couple more. How about the word dress? Okay, I'm not wearing a dress today, but a dress is a kind of clothing that you can put on that's one piece. Usually it's what women wear, ladies wear, and it has kind of a skirt and a blouse that are all attached as one piece. That's called a dress. But dress can also be a verb, and it can mean to get dressed, like to put on my clothes. I'm going to get dressed. Okay? Or I'm going to dress in that outfit today. That's a verb. It's an action word. And so the word dress is another homonym. Also, the word fly. Okay? The word fly can mean one of those little bugs with wings that flies around. And Diary of a Fly is one of the one of the read alouds that I'm going to put in this week's read aloud column that you can go find. But it's about a fly who writes a diary of his life. Okay, but you can also, fly is an action word or a verb, and it means to do this, right? Birds can do that and fly up into the sky. Airplanes can fly. Helicopters can fly. So fly is another homonym. I want you to think about some multiple meaning words, and if you can come up with a list of words from your own mind that have more than one meaning, I want you to write them down, slip them into the Hour of Power box, and there will be a special prize for you. The other thing that I'm here to talk to you about is one of my favorite things that I can start to do in the spring, and it is stargazing. So I have this really fun kit that actually it has books in it. If you open it up, it has a Oh, excuse me, it has a light that I can read my books from, and it has two different kinds of books. It has Mapping the Skies and a star guide that tells me about the different constellations. It also has this, which is a really fun thing. So I don't know if you've ever seen one of these, but they're really fun. This is a guide that you can use. So what you do is you put in the month of the year. So today is May the 10th. So if I line up May the 10th and I put in the time of day that it is, right now it is about, let's see, 3 o'clock in the afternoon on May 10th. So if I line that up right there, 3 o'clock, perfect. It's going to tell me what stars are visible in the sky. The only problem is they're not really visible right now because it's sunny and bright outside. But the stars are always there. And so if I were able to look up into the sky, these are the stars and the constellations that I could see. So that's a really fun thing. This is called a planisphere. Okay. And I put in our read alouds a wonderful informational text called Stargazing that I would love for you to check out. Have a great week this week, and I will see you next week for more Hour of Power. Goodbye, friends.